Finally, Stephanie White decided to show up this season. Where has this fire been? She got a technical foul that was long overdue. Absolutely lighting up a ref for a garbage non-call and letting them know about it. And I'm not even mad. I'm ecstatic. I've been screaming into this camera all year, asking for some passion, and we finally got it. And seriously, what was the holdup? Was she mediating on the sidelines before this game? Because whatever it was, this is the energy this team needs. And check out the video where she actually held the refs accountable. She wasn't having it. Look at her right there. No, no. Look at her. Even Caitlin Clark, like, come on. That's Caitlin Clark right there. She said that is bull sugar honey iced tea. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta hold them accountable. And look, the Indiana Fever beat the Las Vegas Aces 80-70. 80-70. As you see that they got to shoot a shot over there from the Aces due to her technical foul. But there you have it, folks. There you have it. So, the Indiana Fever beat the Las Vegas Aces 80-70, and that's a monster win, period. But let's get the bad news out the way. Caitlin Clark is still out. There are no solid updates on that groin injury, and it really sounds like they're putting her on ice for the foreseeable future to protect her long-term health, which is the smart move. But even without their star rookie, they find a way to win. They found a way, at least. And can we talk about A'ja Wilson only getting 6 free throw attempts? If you scroll down and look at the box score, that is wild, family. That is wild. 6. After the absolute circus of foul calls she's been getting all season, maybe the league office finally got the memo. It's about time, though. And you know my rule. If you got a big 3, you need at least 2 of them to punch the clock and show up to work. And that didn't quite happen for the Fever tonight. And Lexi Hall, man, what is going on? 0 from 5 from the field. You can't just have that from a starter. And look, I know Kelsey Mitchell dropped a game high 21 points, but she did it on a 33% shooting. And that's just chucking, man. That's inefficient basketball, and it drives me crazy. But the good news is Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham came to play. Boston was a beast on the glass with a double-double, 13 points and 10 rebounds. And Sophie Cunningham was cooking, 15 points on just 5 shots, hitting 3 of her 4 threes. This is the textbook definition of efficiency. And how about Natasha Howard with a monster double-double of her own, 18 points and 13 boards. That is the kind of production that I'm talking about here. We got to give a round of applause for that. That wins you basketball games. And I have to talk about the officiating because it's an absolute joke. The inconsistency is infuriating. Sophie Cunningham gets hit with this phantom foul call that came out of thin air. Just a completely fabrication by the ref. Meanwhile, you got the other players getting mauled or muled, basically competed in a WWE Royal Rumble out there, and the refs swallowed their whistles. And the only thing that shocked me is that A'ja Wilson wasn't the one who got the bogus call in her favor, because that's usually how it goes. But credit where it's due, the Aces didn't just roll over. A'ja still got her 20 points, as you guys can see in the box score. You got Jackie Young chipped in 19. We even saw the rare double-double from Alyssa Smith, who woke up with 10 points and 10 rebounds. They fought, but it just wasn't enough. So this is where the Fever locked in and won the game. Sophie Cunningham, who was on fire all night, and we'll get to those clips in a minute, drains a huge 3 in the third quarter to help power a 27-point surge for Indiana. And then Kelsey Mitchell, despite her rough shooting night, hits 1 from downtown when it counts. And the dagger, the nail in the coffin, Aari McDonald. Aari McDonald. We ain't talking about no McDonald's. You know, them snap wraps that came back. Them snap wraps. But with under a minute left to go, just buries a shot to put this game on ice cold. And that was the moment. From there, the defense just suffocated the Aces, holding them completely scoreless for the final 94 seconds to lock down the 80-70 victory, baby. Let me know what you guys think about that. Because this was a gusty, gritty win for Indiana Fever, especially doing it without Caitlin Clark. And if you love seeing this kind of fight, you know what to do. Smash the like button and hit that subscribe so you don't miss a single breakdown. But I have to know what you guys think, really. Really, like drop a comment below and tell me, am I the only ones who've been waiting for Stephanie White to finally show some damn emotion on the sideline? Let me know your thoughts, right? So then you see, this was the starting five. You got Aari McDonald, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophia. You know what I'm saying? You see it with they new edition jerseys. They fire. You know what I'm saying? And then this is a post about the stuff the WNBA ignores, then makes the foul calls like this on Sophie Cunningham that I was talking about. And if you guys can see, Sophia doing defense, hands up. Look like regular defense to me, but look at it. Look at it. Yeah, she made a touch the elbow a little bit. Well, it was nothing crazy. She was just putting her hand up and trying to get in the face of her opponent, defending, right? That's defense. And then you have Sophia Cunningham hitting these threes, man. She been on fire with these 3-point syndrome, and I'm loving it, man. So then she over here, she been hitting these threes on top of the arc, like nuggets, bro. Like nuggets in the fryer, just straight up, just cooking them nonstop. You know what I'm saying? I used to work at Wendy's, you know what I'm saying? So I know that. But anyway. Kelsey Mitchell having herself a game, you know, shooting at 33%, but, you know, she got her little crossover and three from the arc, too. You know, she got it in, too. Love to see it. Love to see it. Everybody touching the ball on the floor. Everybody working efficient. Everybody working at their strengths, and the ball is getting around. Defense is up there. Leah Boston there getting them rebounds. Tasha, you look, man. Where was the foul in that play? I have no clue. Let me wind it back real quick, because I'm very objective. Kelsey Mitchell with her aggressive drive. See, now we know right there when she split between those two defenders to drive right past the Cheez It logo near the foul line, she got touched. Look, she touched her right from behind. That was a foul right there. But did they call it? No. But they're going to call Sophia Cunningham's foul. The pettiness, right? But anyway, you got to love it. Push it back down the floor. I love that they pushing the pace. Kelsey Mitchell cut to the basket, wide open, easy bucket. Keep it simple. Sometimes you got to keep it simple, folks. You love to see it. Caitlin Clark cheering her on. Phenomenal play, easy bucket. Why not? Why not get them points on the board if it's easy? Easy buckets is always a good thing, man. It's like easy money, right? Who don't want easy money? I mean, who don't? But anyway, this Aari McDonald, that's what I want to talk about. That really put the icing on the cake, baby. When she hit this dagger right here, boy, I was like, I might go to McDonald's today. McDonald's breakfast. You know, I'm doing this video in the morning, so, you know, I could definitely go for that pancake. You know what I'm saying? I could go for that pancake. What's that pancake meal, family? That's the dagger right there. But let's go with that pancake meal. I'm saying I could go for that big breakfast with hotcakes because look, Indiana Fever had a big victory. All right, but let's be real. Let's be real. Let's not get crazy here. I'm not penciling in a deep playoff run for this team. Not just yet. Not just yet. With Clark on the sidelines and all this uncertainty, but don't get it twisted. This win could be huge down the line. And if the Fever and Aces are jock eyeing for a playoff position, this head-to-head win is the tiebreaker. That's big, but my biggest issue, and it's been my issue all this year so far in this season with Indiana Fever, is that the Fever offense is just painful to watch sometimes. And it's slow, it's predictable, and it just grinds to a halt. And you got Sophie Cunningham playing out her mind, shooting the lights out, and she's standing wide open begging for the ball, and they can't find her. You have to feed the hot hand. That was my problem with Coach Stephanie White last game when she benched her stars, aka Sophie Cunningham, when she was on fire, hitting like four of them threes, man. That's basketball 101. So yeah, an important win. Not a pretty win, but a win desperately needed. Holler at you guys next time. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Peace.